Hi folks, right, busy day today. I'm sort of got a demo coming up tomorrow night for a ladies group, so an open, so men will be allowed to come and enjoy me painting and oil painting. This one, back to watercolours. The board's just under 30 degrees angle. I'm painting on yesterday's demo. I don't really like it. Okay for a demo, but I want to do a bit of water, some trees, maybe a cabin that I'm not sure yet. We'll just let's get the paints out. Usual colours, usual run round some palette. I'm painting on £90 Saunders Waterford Rough, superb paper. Right, as usual, we'll just go in with a raw sienna wash. So if you're going to put water in, put in some pigment where the water's going. But even if you don't, it'll give the page a nice warm unity. Right, so a little bit of light red. Right, so I'm just going to put some clouds in now with some light red and a lot of ultramarine. Get some of that dark in the foreground here. Okay, right. Clean the brush. This hake I'm using now, I've had for a couple of years. Glenn sent it to me, I think from Canada, I can't remember now. It was very, very nice of him. I'm not sure whether he actually gave up. The thing with the hake is that if you press too hard, it's a feather touch. You'll really struggle with it, and also the amount of water the thing holds is quite daunting. But if you have plenty of rag by the side of you, where your water pot is, and just dab it on there and have a piece on your lap as well, you'll find that eventually you'll be able to do some lovely work. It does so many things, the hake. It's a lovely, lovely brush. So I've got two. I use two. Well, but I've got a hake graveyard on my desk. I've probably got about 15 of the things. The old style ones. The new ones that split like crazy. If you get a good one, well, they're not all good. You've done well. I'm going to just dry that now. So headphones off. Right, now where do we go from here? It's like the oil paintings I've been doing, or trying to do, with a lot of oil on the board. I use the board because it's cheap, it's easy to stack, well, easy to store, light to post, and a lovely surface to work on, the 2mm MDF. I might go up to the 3mm, it's a bit more, a bit stiffer in the frame. But it's limitless possibilities, and using cheap brushes to lift out cheap things, these, you can have some great fun, and cotton buds to lift out some trunks and sparkle. It's great stuff. It's what I'm going to do for the ladies tomorrow. I've done about 3 watercolour demos for them. 1 acrylic, and I've never done an oil. But it should be okay. With a friend's bringing this, she's got a sort of a tall estate sort of car with plenty of room in the back, and I can lay the oily, wet demonstration painting in a frame so it won't get damaged, plus all my paraphernalia that I'm going to take. But I do enjoy doing them. They enjoy me coming, so it fills up a night for them, and it gives me a bit of practice. So I'm going to put in, using those colours, I'm going to put in some it's where I always seem to go uphill though. Okay, well I get a bit of the warmer stuff in there. Bit of burnt sienna. Get some colours. If you're going to paint like wet in wet, you need to make sure you've got plenty of thick paint on the brush. Otherwise it'll just disappear into the background. Oh, it's going to be a yellow there, bit of greeny stuff. Alright, let's get some look, I'm just putting in some thick Payne's grey and burnt sienna. Oh, I get some nice trees in along there. Okay, just a little touch up there. Right, look, I'm digging into the paint there, look, so thick. I'm going to try and lift out some of that with a card. Oh, we could use that as a bit of reflection. I don't think you would see much of that in reflection of the mountain, but you might. So we just put it in. Probably would there. Okay, right. So a bit of darker stuff. Get some of that dark green. Just a gentle touch. Right, now I'm going to dry that. Well, before I do, I'll put in a little bit of detail. Oh, oops, my card's stuck to my table. I've got some drips from the alkyd resin or the fast drying oil on my glass tabletop here. Well, it's an office table with some lumps of hardened glass on top. And anything sticks to it. I don't want to use any terps to. I might put a bit of gouache in here. Right, just dry. I want to go along there with a bit of a tree line, and very gently with my small hake. Just get the blue and the red, just a touch dark, shade darker than the background. And that will just, and I can straighten up my horizon then. It didn't quite work that. Right. Well, we let that go. We're going to do some foreground now. So back with the large hake, clean it off. So we need to balance that side. We're going to put more detail in that when we get round to it. Still a bit wet, so let's a bit of burnt umber, I think. A bit of Payne's grey. we're going to have some bit of heavier stuff in here. I'm going to put some vegetation there. But I'm just going to try one of my cheapo brushes that I showed you. Oh, that'll do. Just get a nice bit of greeny stuff. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool, that's pretty good. Put some more in. Bit of reedy grass. Okay, well that'll do for that. That works. Worth trying various things to give texture, like cards and rocks. Now I've missed my visiting card. Also bits of pebbles. That seems to work. If you've got a bit of wet paint left, just drag it up into the water. Right, okay, that'll do. That's still a little bit wet, so that should take a little bit more lifting out. Might put a bit of a shed in there or something. Right, I'm going to dry that, and then we'll work out some trees and stuff. Just with that old brush here, let's just put in some dark bits. Right. Rigger. Where's my rigger? Put in a slightly greeny tree, a bit of Payne's grey with a bit of cad yellow, or whatever. It all just helps to what I'm going to do with that is to lift out some of that with a razor. So let's get it thoroughly dry now. Now, rather than razor blade, I think I'm going to use a bit of tissue and my flat brush when I find it. So just lift out a bit of that tough colour here. Bit of wind ruffling. This works very well on the Fabriano, the cheaper one, which is nowhere near as porous as this, but that's all right. That just shows a bit of just wind ruffle. Look, I'll just clean that a bit out there. Right, okay, that'll do. So have a bit of white, touch of umber. Right, so let's get a bit of dark under that. Still got to lift out a bit underneath that. I might put a bit of good white gouache under that. What we do need is some right. Well, that's okay. Got to tidy that up. But let's have a swig of tea. Always be little hake. Little hake, where are you? Oh, there it is. Right, I'm going to put a bit of heavier, bluer tree there, just to add a bit more to that texture. Okay, but it just helps add a little bit of detail on that barren bit there. Okay. Right, while that's dry, I'll just get my stipple brush and put in a bit of water stuff on here. Wow, look at that. Right, clean the brush, flick it on the floor. Let's get rigger. Right, I've got to put some gouache back in there. I'll just dry that in preparation to it. Right, let's get a touch of white. Just carefully just a few, just shorthands for boats. Right, so let's have a couple of yachts up here. Did they just add a little bit of something, je ne sais quoi. Right, okay, that'll do. I'll put a few more dark ones in there. I'll sign it. I'll put the bird in. I'll get my stipply brush back, get some heavier stuff and just okay, that could be bird's nest, wouldn't they? Right, I can't do much more to that, I don't think. I'll put it in a mount and we'll have a look at it. I want to do 2 watercolours for you this morning. Then go back and have a practice on a board with an oil painting. Then I'll publish that on Patreon. This is where you can straighten your horizon up. Oh, I can't get that on there. Okay, that's it. So there we are, quite a plain, simple. Let's just bring you back a bit. Okay, well there we are. On a lake. Right, okay, thanks for looking. I hope you like that one. I like my sky. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.